Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share an energy read for the divine counterparts and for us. And so this is for those who are on a twin flame soul to soul journey. And recently I've been saying that I've had some tricky times with my twin yesterday and the day before, and we had the Five of Swords energy come up, which was conflict. And so there was definitely some conflict that came in. So that was the video that I said yesterday. I was like, for others, then beware. You might trigger each other. There might be something that comes up that just ends up getting blown out of proportion, which is what happened with me and my twin. So I was curious to see what was going on with the energies and to see what guidance was coming through. And of course, the cards say exactly what I've been experiencing the last few days. So if you're on a similar path to me, then this will be very helpful for you. Okay, so what I do is I say what's in their heads, what's in their hearts, and then also what they're wanting, and also the guidance for them. Now, interestingly, the guidance is coming to the edge, which is basically about situations, is pushing them to the edge, right? And so in my situation, just to give some background, basically, I said that I couldn't meet my twin in person because he's in another relationship, and basically that has made, he's taken it completely the wrong way, and basically implied that I don't ever want to see him or contact him again, which is totally not what I was saying. But of course it's pushing it to, this is exactly what that is doing, because it's pushing to the edge, to create basically the universe pushes you to a situation where it takes you to the edge, where you have to expose your vulnerability, right? So this is everything that I saw. And so I'm going to go through them one at a time, and then we also have on our side, the other thing is I did the overall energy, and the overall guidance for the union is at the moment we are each giving ourselves a leg up. And this is so brilliant, because of course you are a team, even though it might not feel like it at all in the 3D. In spirit, you are doing it hand in hand. You are elevating each other's soul. You are moving through energies. So the energies that we've been working through recently has been this very much a sense of frustration, a sense of abandonment coming up again. Always these energies that are basically anything other than love will keep appearing in your connection, because you just need to plow on through, clear, 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 right? And that's why this guidance at the end is so brilliant, because that is, it's getting back to the remembering that on a soul level, this is number 34, number 7 is the soul, and on a soul level, you are each giving each other a leg up. You are actually supporting each other in spirit, even though it could feel very, very different to that in the 3D. And the reason being is that you're just clearing through energies all the time. We're just clearing. You know, things will come up. You just got to let it go, clear it, move on. So don't harbour on to stuff, right? Because you just have to realise it's a game of energy. It's a game of clearing your energy. All of the things that come up that the universe throws at you is because it's happening for a reason, for you to go in, clear that energy and move on. So what's going on in their heads? This is brilliant. Especially if you've gone through a similar situation as me and you have had a bit of a fallout with your twin, then look at this. What's going on in their heads is they want this anxiety, this storm. They want this to be over. They don't want to have this mental clatter that's going on in their heads anymore, right? And so, and this is what it does. As soon as you create friction, there is friction. There has been friction over the last, you know, it's probably been a good few months, really. There's been this friction that's happening. And it's happened for a reason, of course, but it does create anxiety, right? So that is happening for a reason, for it to be cleared. So what's going on in their heads is, you know, it's having the patience to know that you're on a soul path together. Number 7 again. The twin spirit is within you, but it really is wanting this, you know, basically get you out of their head, but also it's all of the, you know, conflict and inner angst and the frustration that goes with it, right? So that's what they're thinking. What's at the heart of them then is this wanting to have a new beginning, because they're looking at the crystal. You know, they're moving out of their head into their heart. This is a rose quartz crystal. It's everything that you offer. You offer this healing love. And therefore, you know, even though it drives them mad, at the heart of them, but they're being called towards you, because the energy that they're taking from the union is the dove of freedom. It is moving into their spirit. It is wanting to create change in their life. Number 32 is 5. Wanting to create change in their life so that they can feel free. And they don't feel free because at the moment they're all blocked up in their heads about this, that and the other. And they're not just able to just break out of their own mental torture, right? And so, and the reason why is because it's not the right time. It's all in divine timing. Patience, having patience that you're on a soul path. It will all unfold as it needs to. Now, the key thing to know for them is what's going on at the moment is a sacral chakra healing. A sacral chakra healing to want to expose more vulnerability, wanting to be more intimate, craving an intimate romantic connection, which is with you. And that's why there is the anxiety that's going on in their head, because they know they need to move away from situations and everything in order to follow their heart. And their heart is calling them, because their heart is the doors to their heart has been opened because you offer the dove of freedom and peace and joy. And so that's where they want to go, and that's why they want change in their life. And then what they're wanting as well, and this is so lovely, is to follow, number 7 again, is to follow the soul. And the soul is to be part of a twin flame community, the rise of the god, goddess energy, the apple of Aphrodite, you know, everything that this twin flame energy provides. It provides intimacy, love, vulnerability, freedom, being able to spread your wings and really fly and really be intimate. And so that is what they're wanting. They're wanting this feeling, the feeling of serenity, the feeling of being at peace, the feeling of being at one with something that is what their heart is calling them towards. And so the guidance for them is that they are being taken to the edge for a reason. So if you have had this, where you've had this fallout with your twin, it's, you know, the universe has created this situation, or more so importantly, it's you and your twin have created this situation to take you more to the edge. So it's about having courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so you can let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. So this again, it's just kind of really fills me with compassion, because they are being taken. You've got to go to the edge so you can spread your wings and fly. But that takes a huge amount of courage. And so that's why your twin might lash out. They might say things that are really hurtful. And it's because they're not comfortable with being vulnerable, because it's scary. And so it's a bit like a caged animal, if you go towards a caged animal, they'll lash out at you. And that's not because they want to, it's because they're fearful. So this is why this is, the universe is saying you've got to be taken to the edge, because that's where you spread your wings. So the message is, it is scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you. especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, and say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step towards the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. So, this situation, you know, this moment of which has caused this kind of crazy, you know, basically eruption, let's say, has happened to expose vulnerability. You know, we're being pushed further to expose our truth. We're being pushed further to extend that hand of, look at it, this, she's pouring rose petals all over. And that's what happens. It's like, it could, you know, basically we're being pushed to the edge to expose our vulnerability. And that is an uncomfortable place to be. But the more that you stand in your truth and the more that you remain balanced in that, then the more that they will take that energy away as well. Because, you know, everything that's here is saying, you know, the doorway to spirit has been open. That's the energy that they're taking from the union. And it is about change. You know, that's why this has happened, to create change. So I'm just going to go through what our energy is on our side. So basically what's in our head is this heart healing, basically, and knowing that even though it might be crazy, it's happened for a reason, because we're expanding our cosmic heart. We know that we're on a love path, so we are seeking harmony, peace, and seeking that peace within, right? And really trying to focus the mind on that, to not let the mind go crazy. Because at the heart of us, of course, it has created some storminess, because again, you know, having this kind of imbalance has created upset. But the key thing is to know is that we are the angel of love. We are supported by the archangels in this to bring love to the planet. So it is about focusing the heart again onto the healing, to move out of this storminess into the head, to seek peace, to understand the journey, to really trust that this has been brought up for a reason, for us to go further into the heart, to accept more of a heart healing. Because every time the heart breaks a little bit, it exposes itself more and gets more and more strong, more and more open, more and more vulnerable. Then the energy that we're taking from the connection is also number 5, and it is the twin flames. If you look here, it is, again, this kind of mirroring here is so strong, because it's the caring connection. It's the intimacy, it's the romance, it's the vulnerability. It's that connection that goes beyond words. You know, you don't need to have words. It's just the feel of it. And that's everything that was the key thing to know for the divine counterpart, is that what's happening is this expansion into the sacral chakra, this desire to have that intimacy and the freedom that comes with true intimacy, the freedom of the soul. And so then what we're wanting then, and this is so amazing, because we are wanting to feel free from all of these constrictions, right? Number 5. To feel free from all of this this storminess that's been brought up because of the situations, to be free so we can, you know, look at the rays of divinity rather than feel trapped in this kind of like whirlwind of things that are going on. But the lovely thing is the guidance for us was the soulmate. And if you look at that as well, it is also the mirror here. So we have the soulmate card, and look at the higher power overlooking us. And the connections card, if you look at that, it's 41 and 14. It is the mirror. So, and it's the penguins. And the penguins, once they find their mate, they mate for life. So I'll follow this on another video, but it is lovely. That was just at 143. 143 is I love you. So they are holding the key here. And if you look here again, the mirroring in the colours of these two cards, but also the rose petals. So the guidance for both of us is this situation has happened to push you to the edge and to trust that this is a soulmate connection. This is here to stay.